to Coding with Nivesh. This is Nivesh, and in this tutorial we will use app script to find duplicate rows in a spreadsheet. What we will be building in this spreadsheet is that first we will create a function that will find and highlight duplicate rows in the spreadsheet with the help of Google Apps Script, and then we will also create mini helper functions that will return a random unique color, and the second one will reset the styling of the spreadsheet to the default one, and the third one will determine if the given row has any other duplicate rows in the given arrays. And then we will also create another function that will find and delete all the duplicate rows in the spreadsheet, leaving the spreadsheet with only unique values. So let's get started. So here we are with the spreadsheet with some duplicate rows, which we will apply our function to highlight. Let's open the app script first, and we will rename the current script to duplicate finder, and the first function we'll create is color duplicate rows, which will be responsible to find duplicate rows and then color them. And then we will get spreadsheet and data. After this, we will get last column. We will need that when we are highlighting later on. And then we will convert the rows in data into string instead of arrays, because strings are easy to compare instead of arrays. So we will join the rows with empty string. After that, we will extract unique rows from the data using set. And then we will also filter out string just in case we don't want the empty rows. After this, we will create a dictionary object named unique color. It will hold unique color for each unique items. If there are any duplicates, then it will just take the unique values, because we are providing unique rows as a key and then the color as a value. We will use getRandomUniqueColor function to get a random unique color. We haven't created this function. We will create this function in a minute. After this, we will create duplicate rows indexes arrays. This array will hold indexes of the duplicate rows, and we will use isDuplicate row function to find out if this row has its duplicate value in the current data. We will also create this function in a while. It will just return a boolean yes or no, depending upon if it's a duplicate or not. Now we will reset the color to the default one, just to make sure that if this function has been called already, we just want to reset it before we highlight it. After this, we want to highlight the duplicate rows by looping through the indexes of the duplicate rows, and we will get the row with the help of indexes and get range, and we will join it. Now we will highlight the color. Wait, I think we can just, instead of getting row, we can convert it into range, because we are using range twice. So let's just create a variable out of range. And we can set the background for this range and then get the values from the range like this. After this function will highlight duplicate rows. And let's create docstring just to make it more readable. And with this, our function is ready. We will now create a function named isDuplicateRow. It will have two parameters. First is row and second is the array. So the basic idea is that we will check the first and last index of this given row in the given arrays. And if the first index and the last index is equal, or if it is the same, then we will know that this row is a unique row in this given array. If not, it is not a unique row. And depending upon the answer, if the row is not duplicate, then we will return false. But if the row is duplicate, then we will return true. I got the inspiration for this function with this Stack Overflow post. If you want to check it out, please do. Okay, now we will create color reset function. This function is responsible to reset the color to the default one in a spreadsheet. So we'll just get active spreadsheet and then get the data range. And it has a function called setBackground, and we will just pass an empty string to this method, which will reset the color to the default one. And let's add a doc string. With this, our function is ready. Now we will create a function named randomUniqueColor, which will return hex code of random color. To do so, let's get a random number with mat.random, and then we will multiply it with a hexadecimal number, and again with 100,000. We just want to get a huge number, and after this we will convert it to a string using toString, but we will pass base 16 as a parameter, which will in turn result in returning a hexadecimal number. And after this, we will just slice the random number to get the first 6 strings and join it with hashtag. And with this, we have hex code color. I actually covered this function from this post. If you want to know more detail, you can check it out from there. Let's add a doc string to the function, and with this, our function is ready. To add this function to the menu, first we'll need to create a menu. To do so, we will create a file named menu.js. In there, we will create a new function named createCustomMenu. In here, first we will get UI from this spreadsheet with spreadsheetapp.getUI, and we will provide the title to this menu called duplicate row finder. And after that, we will need to add function itself to the menu with add item. It has two parameters. First one is the title of the function that will appear in the UI, and second one is the function itself. We will also add reset color. After this, we need to add the menu to the UI itself with menu.add2UI. And we will add some doc string. With this, the menu function is ready, but to load this menu in the spreadsheet, first we need to add this to the spreadsheet, and we can do that with onOpen, because onOpen is called upon when the spreadsheet is first loaded or refreshed, and onOpen then runs whatever is inside that content. And if we add this menu inside the onOpen, then whenever the spreadsheet is loaded, then the menu is also created. That's how it works. Now let's see if our function is working or not, but before that, please reload this spreadsheet, and we will wait for the menu to appear, highlight duplicate rows and reset colors like the same text we added here. We will run highlight duplicate rows, and it is highlighting some rows, and as you can see, these are duplicate rows and the unique ones are not highlighted. After this, we can reset the color. As you can see, both functions are working. We will create a function in a separate file called delete duplicate, and then we will create a function delete duplicate rows, and we will fetch spreadsheet and data again. Let's just copy paste it because it is the same code. Now we will modify the data and convert the rows into string like we did previously. And we will again get the unique rows similar to like we did previously. And we will now convert the string back into arrays, because these are the new data which we will save. And we will convert it back to arrays using split with semicolon. And I forgot to join it with semicolon, because if we join the array with the empty string, then it is difficult to split it. So we need a unique delimiter like semicolon. After this, we will need new last row and new last column, because we have new data. And then we will reset the color like we did previously and highlight duplicate rows. It's the same logic. After this, we need to clear the data of the spreadsheet with clear contents, because it is not possible to save the new data properly if we already have data. So we need to delete all the rows and columns in the spreadsheet before saving the new data. And we will get the new range with new last rows and new last column, and then we will set the values to new data. Let's just add a doc string just to make it clear. And with this, we're done. Like previously, we need to add this function to the menu. After this, let's check it in our spreadsheet. Let's make sure to reload the spreadsheet first. After this, we need to apply this function, and as you can see, it's working. But let's undo it and see if other functions are working or not. As you can see, highlight duplicate row is working, and delete duplicate row is also working. So with this, our function is ready. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and share it with your friends. If you're already not subscribed, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel as well. I'll be releasing new videos twice every month so that you won't miss out. Thank you for watching again.